just in case people are not familiar with your work, let's sort of linger on the big, bold statement here, which is the thing we see with our eyes is not some kind of limited window into reality. It is completely detached from reality, likely completely detached from reality. You're saying 100% likely. Okay, so none of this is real. Like this table is some kind of abstraction, but underneath it all, there's atoms, and there's an entire century of physics that describes the functioning of those atoms and purports to make them up. Nobel prizes about particles, fields, and all that kind of stuff that slowly builds up to something that's perceivable to us, both with our eyes and our different senses, as this table. Then there's also ideas of chemistry that's over layers of abstraction, from DNA to embryos to cells that make the human body. So all of that is not real.
Adaptive set of perceptions. So it's an adaptive set of perceptions. Full stop. We want to think that perceptions are real. So their perceptions are real as perceptions. Right? They are. We are having our perceptions, but we've assumed that there's a pretty tight relationship between our perceptions and reality. If I look up and see the moon, then there is something that exists in space and time that matches what I perceive. And all I'm saying is that if you take evolution by natural selection seriously, then that is precluded. That our perceptions are there. They're there to guide adaptive behavior, full stop. They're not there to show you the truth. In fact, the way I think about it is they're there to hide the truth, because the truth is too complicated.
In the grand scheme of quantum mechanics, we're all just vibrating strings in an 11-dimensional dance. But what fascinates me isn't the mathematics of existence. It's the poetry of our contradictions. We've mastered the art of splitting atoms, yet we can't seem to split the difference between connection and isolation. Here we are, suspended in this peculiar moment of human evolution, where our consciousness exists simultaneously in multiple states. Digital avatars, neural interfaces, virtual spaces. Schrödinger would have a field day with us. We're all cats in boxes, both present and absent, alive and dead to each other until we force an interaction into reality. The universe operates on principles of uncertainty. That's fundamental. But we've engineered a world of artificial certainty, haven't we? Algorithms predicting our thoughts, AI anticipating our needs, social graphs mapping our connections. We're just so afraid of the fundamental uncertainty of human connection that we've built elaborate systems to avoid it.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
What?
What country you from?
Arriving at destination.
I heard about the subway incident. Will this be a problem?
Yeah, shit happens. We had to rock 2 corpos in the process. It's gonna cost you a little extra.
Yeah, so, have you seen Brian? His last upgrade didn't go so well.
I heard they had to remove some of his brain as a result.
Yeah, it's like you gotta know when too much is too much, right?
So, are we doing this or not?
The asset is en route. Had a bit of a hiccup is all. Do you have the sequence?
He's meeting me here tonight, don't worry.
Excellent. My employer will be very pleased.
Whatever reality is, and that's the interesting thing. It says whatever reality is, you don't see it.
Every time I dive deep enough, I see hints of something bigger, something operating at a level of complexity that makes our most advanced AI look like pocket calculators. And these thoughts that hit me during the longest runs, when I'm so deep in the net that I forget I have a physical body. What if they're not just neural interface feedback or too many stims? What if they're glitches in the code? Moments when we can see through to what's really running this whole show. But hey, maybe I've just been spending too much time in the deep net. Maybe I should stick to surface level runs for a while.
Whatever reality is, and that's the interesting thing. It says whatever reality is, you don't see it.
Yeah, we have him. He netted on too fast, they say. His cash logs led us right to him. Right, sir. As soon as we get a secure patch, I'll find out what he took.